Good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all our viewers across the globe who have tuned in for this very special episode of podcast dedicated to the Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan on the theme Effective Policies for Substance Use Prevention, Insights and Strategies. Today, we are privileged to have with us our esteemed guest, Shri Saurabh Garji, esteemed Secretary, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Government of India. Sir is a beacon of hope and change to the society with his fervent commitment to uplift the marginalized communities of the society and to foster inclusivity. Sir is instrumental in forwarding the initiatives and the approaches of the department towards most pressing challenges faced by the most marginalized people and vulnerable segments of the society. And today, as we commemorate the third anniversary of Nasha Mukta Bharat Abhiyan, we reflect upon the journey, the progress, and recommit ourselves to the noble cause. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nasha Mukta Bharat Abhiyan is not mere an initiative. Rather, it is a promise. Promise to our country, to our citizens, especially the youth, to give them a much more safer and hopeful future. Without taking much of the time, I would once again extend my heartiest welcome to our esteemed guest. And sir, let's now delve upon the remarkable journey of the department towards the approaches taken to reduce the demand of the drugs. We would be thankful if you can please share some knowledge on the remarkable milestones taken up by the department to help and to target this problem.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. As you mentioned, the Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan started on 15th August 3 years back, and over the past 3 years, it has made substantial progress. We've been able to reach out to over 10 crore people across the country. We've been working or have touched more than 3 lakh educational institutions. And more than 2 crore women have also participated in this movement over the past 3 years. Apart from that, the focus of the Nasha Mukt Abhiyan is to involve the community, involve the people. And to that extent, we have now more than 9,000 master volunteers, people who have come forward to participate and spread the message of drug-free India across the various works of life wherever they are staying or wherever they are working. Apart from this, we've started work with a number of spiritual organizations, including the Art of Living, the Brahma Kumaris, and the National Cadet Corps, National Service sector, among others. So all this has been achieved with the support of the people, with, of course, the support of using media and social media. And the objective, of course, is to move towards a drug-free India, a Nasha Mukt Bharat, over the next few years and maybe as early as possible.
Thank you so much, sir. Indeed, it was insightful, and we believe that the department effort will obviously help us to link in more people to join in this Abhiyan. Sir, as you just mentioned, that the Abhiyan has collaborated with very notable spiritual organizations like Brahma Kumaris, Art of Living, and Sant Nirakari Mandal, and so forth. We would like to know how you perceive these collaborations, like how these spiritual organizations would help to increase the campaign success and to increase the coverage of Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan.
Most of these spiritual organizations that we worked with, and we hope to work with many more going forward, all of them have a substantial following, and they all of them talk of a holistic well-being and a spiritual approach that they follow. It helps the Nasha Mukt Bharat that the kind of message that even this Abhiyan wants to give is also on ensuring that there is a broad well-being of each person is the focus. Together, I think both the Abhiyan and the spiritual organizations bring about a certain amount of credibility and trust to the message that there is. It increases the community engagement because all of them have a number of congregations and meetings across the country where a large number of people participate. And they also have a number of diverse activities. Counseling is part of many of these organizations' inbuilt activities. And a lot of people who have victims of drug abuse require such counseling. So, which also brings about a commonality of approach. So, and all of them talk of self reflection, empowerment, self-realization, which is what I think is we want as a part of the Nasha Mukt Abhiyan, that people should feel the need to stay away from drugs, and that perhaps drugs are not really needed to achieve any of the goals of self-realization or self-actualization, and it can be done in a much more spiritual, using spiritual means. And I hope that kind of message goes along with these organizations.
Thank you so much, sir, for shedding light on this topic. Indeed, this spiritual collaboration will add on a new dimension to the campaign's reach, and the vision will be achieved by generating masses, uniting their efforts, and it will help in reaching out our initiatives. Thank you again, sir. Moving forward, sir, our department has forged certain partnerships with significant ministries like Ministry of Youth Affairs, Ministry of Education, Culture, and so forth. And we will be very thankful if you could please elaborate that how these joint efforts would expect the amplification of this abhiyan.
I think it's a general, the whole of the government approach is something which has been stressed upon by the Honorable Prime Minister a number of times, that whatever activities are taken, the different wings of the government must participate. And keeping that approach in view, we've been working with some of the departments like Youth Affairs, Education, Culture, just to name a few. And I think there are a number of synergies which happen because of that. One is obviously that the resources of the different departments, they come together in terms of expertise, in terms of manpower, in terms of facilities, which can all be utilized with this purpose. Then leveraging these multiple ministry platforms also means that our outreach reaches so many different kinds of people depending on what is the focus of each of the departments, whether it's youth, whether it's school children, or whether it's cultural organizations across the country. Then each ministry has certain specialized interventions, or they have certain cultural contexts in their work, some kind of demographies that they work with. So we can think of specialized interventions which focus on the area of each of these ministries. And then it also results in a policy integration and brings about the whole of the government approach, which I mentioned earlier, and ensures that there are much more well-rounded policies and interventions that are done. So whether it's with the cultural ministry, where we are able to participate in cultural events, festivals that are held, or ensuring that we have the Nav Chetna model modules for the educational institutions, where they get integrated into the curriculum, and so that school students are aware of what's going on. And of course, the youth is an important demographic because that is where a greater amount of experimentation happens. And we would like that experimentation to be done in areas which are more productive and which will help them in their future lives. And that's how, if we can guide them along with these other ministries, it makes the message so much stronger.
Truly, sir, such collaborations foster interdepartmental unity and also support the overall vision of creating a safe and inclusive space for all. Moving forward, sir, as we often talk about New India, Digital India. So given your past experiences in leveraging technology for positive social impact, it would be very fascinating to hear you, sir, on how you take a public initiative like Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan that could leverage the modern technologies to amplify its reach and rally people against the substance use. Sir, please.
Technology is a force multiplier. You're absolutely right. And I think the use of technology in the present world is a necessity, and it really helps in expanding in various ways the message of the Abhiyan. Just to give a few examples of how we are able to use technology, is in terms of, for example, people are much more familiar with the mobile as a device, as the electronic device or the first preferred device of use. And that's why we have a mobile app that helps to provide information. It provides resources for various kinds of activities, and also as a means of providing counseling services as we move ahead. We have a number of online mechanisms for online programs for if people want to learn more about it. Of course, the website is there, but it also we can do webinars, which again people can log in through their mobile devices or other computer devices. Social media is another means of use of technology for disseminating information, for having better engagement, for people to also talk about their own problems, which can be responded to so much more faster. We have a dedicated toll-free number, 14446, which acts as a one-stop place for people to ring up, talk about their problems, get information. Also, it enables us to give counseling services also. So a single phone number, 14446 is something which I would strongly urge all people to, in case they have any issue, problem, or information they need, they should use it. Podcasts. This podcast is another example of use of technology, which helps to transmit the message. Online competitions that are possible. We are also able to get data on what is happening in different places, which will help improve the program that we are doing. So I think technology is extremely integral, and technology also in terms of the treatment and the health services. So while one is in terms of information, awareness, and communication, but even the technological inputs which go into development of new medical practices and protocols, and also improve the level of medical services that are possible. All these are through the growth of technologies only.
Thank you, sir. Digital initiatives have been utilized thoroughly by the Abhiyan, and it is still expanding its reach by leveraging the technological advancement, it seems. With this, sir, I would once again like to extend my heartiest thanks to you for sparing out time from your busy schedule for podcasting this very special episodes.
Thank you all for listening to this, and I would urge that all of us join together in creating a drug sensitized India, a drug free India as we move ahead, a Nasha Mukt Bharat. And all of us can make a difference. All of us, I would strongly urge all of us to communicate with our friends, with our families, with our relatives, and to join together in creating a brighter and a healthier future for India. You can connect with us through our social media channels. You can call us at the toll-free number 14446 and get information. And let us commit ourselves to working towards a Nasha Mukt Bharat.
And to all our viewers, let's join hands together to make India a drug sensitized India. Let's collaborate for Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan. Thank you so much for tuning in.